Hello everyone, this is GameFrost. In today's video, what we're going to be doing today is we're going to downclock our GPU to the same level of the Pentium G7400, a CPU that literally bottlenecks the whole entire computer with 2 cores and 4 threads clocking at 3700 megahertz or 3.7 gigahertz. It's not really the best CPU around the block, even though if it's Alder Lake, a 12th gen Intel architecture. It's just not fast enough because of how low it is in terms of core count and thread count. So what we're going to be doing today, we're just going to underclock the GPU so that we can alleviate the stutters, because CPU is literally the main bottleneck of everything else. And I wish you guys happy New Year's, January 1st, 2023. And yeah, this is how we're going to start the video. So it's going to be a little bit of wacky fun, and I'm just going to pick CPU intensive games that hits on the CPU the hardest, and I hope you guys will actually enjoy this video. So let's get started. So we are running Watch Dogs 2 at 1080p, and as you can see here, we're running this on, you know, some fairly very high settings, ultra, basically mix high and ultra settings here and there with SMAA and MSA. Wait, I don't think, is that disabled? I think it's disabled. But look here, look at this. We're running this at the lowest clock speed, lowest memory clock, and lowered power limits, and we're getting 60 FPS right here. And look at the CPU, it's not even being hit so hard. Remember, Watch Dogs 2 is notorious for just hitting on the CPUs this hard, because I mean, it's a big open world, and we're getting around 44 FPS. Usually it's a lot higher in this area because, of course, I mean, lower clock speeds and whatnot. But the good side of this is that we're running this on lower power and the temperatures are pretty good. Okay, that's all I gotta say. But look here, it's not stuttering as much, and this is the thing. If you want to have a non-stuttery experience, you have to lower your GPU's clock speed, because your GPU is too powerful enough to run the game. So it's really smooth. I can't believe I'm saying this, but it's really smooth right now. If you look at the frame time graph, it's just a line with a little bit of spikes here and there, because, you know, the world loading and everything. I have it on a hard drive, so it makes sense that's, you know, some textures would actually pop in if sitting 100, but it's not stuttering as much. Like, it's not big, it's not impactful. This is awesome, honestly. So I could like move the mouse a bit. Okay, there's a little bit of stutter, but it's not too noticeable. Wow. And to be honest, even with the lower GPU clock speeds, we're playing this on ultra high-ish settings, and we're getting our, like, okay, an average of 46 FPS. All right, that was a big spike right there, I'm not gonna lie. Very big spike. All right, let's see here. All right. Dang. I'm honestly impressed that even with the low clock speeds, the GTX 1060 still manages to pull this many frames, and it really goes to show how underpowered the Pentium is. So the next game I'm gonna test right now is Need for Speed Heat. Alright, so we're playing Need for Speed Heat at 1080p, and if you look at the texture quality, shadow quality, but basically most of them are on high except for post-process quality and reflection quality. They're not really at their highest, because it does tax on the GPU a lot. But you know, the modded version, it doesn't affect the CPU. It's basically there for higher visuals, basically, and this is what we're actually getting. So you could see how taxing it is on the CPU, and I'm not gonna lie, this car is pretty loud. And if you look at the frame time graph, it's kind of jumping just a bit, but it's not that hard in terms of stuttering. So we're just cruising around on this Golf right here. But yeah, if you look at it, what I'm really impressed about is the 1% lows and how good the GPU actually is. Even if you underclock the GPU to the lowest in terms of core and memory, and even the power limit itself, it can still game, believe it or not. The only limiting factor I have in this current system is, of course, the Pentium. Ow. But I am really impressed. You know what? I wonder if we could actually try a race. All right, so we're hitting in the low 30s for a brief moment. But yeah, we're just cruising around. All right, there was a stutter there. So even if we underclocked our GPU, we would still get some stutters, and that's the unfortunate reality. I mean, everybody had issues, or most people with lower core CPUs had issues with the Frostbite engine. This is how taxing it is on the CPU in Need for Speed Heat. I think the same goes to Payback, but it wasn't as hard hitting. Alright. I think we could look at the interior, and this is what it looks like. That gotta hurt. Alright, on to the next game. So now we have The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt next gen update. If you guys seen my previous videos on this, you could see how stuttery the game was. So we're gonna see if underclocking the GPU would actually make a difference, and we're running this on fairly ultra settings right here with NVIDIA Hairworks on, and of course screen space reflections are on high, and TAAU anti-aliasing. And if we look here, the CPU is not being taxed on, and it is. So really, this game is really unplayable for me. Even if we put the GPU at the lowest clock speed, it would still fail to not stutter. So we're running this at 30 frames per second, and the CPU is still being utilized so much. I'm not sure if it's because, you know, the world is so large that it still needs the CPU to, you know, render with the hard drive, because I mean everything is put on the hard drive for cost reasons, guys. Come on. So it's not stuttering as much as it used to, but still. Okay, it's not that bad. Like, I don't mind playing this game at 30 frames per second. Oh, it went down a bit. Oh, I did not see where I was going last time. Can you jump? Oh, wait. Don't do that. Finally. It's... Oh my gosh. I shouldn't jinx it. But yeah, this game is very hard on the CPU, that's for sure. And I actually thought that the hotfix would patch the game. Apparently, there were actually another hotfix that happened. So we had 2 hotfixes in total, but still, there's a bunch of performance issues, especially with low core count CPUs. And mind you, this is just a 2015 game with a big overhaul in terms of graphical fidelity, if I'm not mistaken.
Too far afield, this.
What do you mean? The world's edge? Wait, what do you mean? Oh wow, that really hits on the CPU. All right, time for the next game. So it looks like we're gonna be testing Minecraft for fun. Mind you that even if you have the strongest end CPU, it would still stutter. Even if you put it on the highest chunk or the lowest chunk, it will still stutter either way. But you know, this is just for fun. And you can look here, we're playing this at 1080p with fancy graphics and all that. Um, it's not optified, so this is the vanilla version of 1.19.3. And look at here, even with the lowest clock speeds, okay, so it kind of stuttered here and there, and this is 8 render distance. So it's all over the place. It's just jumping all over the place. This is what 2 cores of 4 threads will get you sometimes. I'm not going to lie. Okay, so we're gonna head over to a cave right now. And there's some blocks to break. We're getting... wow, 920 FPS this time, 933. Look at the 1% and 0.1% lows. Absolutely horrendous. Just because of stuttering. But that's pretty normal for a game like Minecraft anyways. I'm not going to lie, and this is the ice biome. Okay, we're just gonna break some glass here and there. And there's a polar bear too. And a baby polar bear. Hello there, guys. How you doing? Let me just push you in the water. There you go. On with your mom. See? They can swim, guys. It's not... I see nothing wrong. Okay, so it's stuttering a lot more. It's rendering more chunks. So it's just like that. What is that? What is this? What the heck? Is that like a broken ship? Because they hit the ice, like some ice glacier or something, iceberg, and it just broke. It looks like it. So, yeah. Now we're gonna test the last game, which is of course Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Actually, not Modern Warfare, it's actually Warzone 2.0. That is another CPU intensive game. So let's try that out. So we are running this game at 1080p, and you can see here, this is what we're getting. And then if you see here on quality, we're running this at AMD FSR 1.0 with some SMAA ultra quality, and then we have some high, normal, ultras here and there. And this is what we get in the GPU utilization. So look at the frame time graph here. Did somebody open the door? Oh, it's probably me. I was just hiding over here for a second because everybody dropped here. But you can see the frame time graph. It's still jumping around here and there, but it's not as stuttery. As you can see, the CPU is almost reaching 100% utilization. But the 1% lows are looking good. The 0.1% I'm not sure of. It could get lower than this. Oh, the 1% lows went down to 29. But even at the lowest clock speed, as I said, it's still playable on the 1060. What the heck was that? That's pretty weird, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, this is basically the Call of Duty experience. So yeah, this is it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Oh, and I already got killed. Okay. But aside from that, thank you guys so much for watching this video. While he was actually waiting, you know, just leave a like or anything like that. You know, it's the first day of 2022, and now we're at the gulag, which is pretty bad. But yeah, this is how it feels when you basically underclock the GPU just to be on the same level with the CPU. Because the CPU is just a big bottleneck. So yeah, see you guys next time.